Welcome back, and thank you for joining me. This is Sharina with SharinaShack Scraps, and I am here with the March Noteworthy series project, and we are going to make this darling little bag, or at least the main box for the bag, and you can decorate it as needed, and the mini album that goes inside, actually. And I want to give a big shout out here to this amazing little girl. This is my daughter, and this kit here that I'm showing is my Fairyland kit. It's a digital scrapbooking kit, and she is the artist of these fairies. Let's see if I can get close enough that you can see them. She is 6 years old. Can you see those? And these are her fairies. She draws these fairies. All I did was clean them up and make them look a little bit neater, but she draws these fairies with the cutest hair, the little triangular bodies, and the different wings, stick hands and legs. And I decided to make a mini kit out of them, or sorry, a collection out of them. And these colors are also inspired by her and her vibrant personality. So let's get started. First of all, let me show you how to make the mini album that goes inside. Alright, let me move this aside. And this is the original version I made a few years ago, and it's been well loved. So let me show you how this works. So here's the main box. And then these are just envelopes, and they're hooked together in an accordion style fashion. And inside I have scrapbooked, in this case, motherhood. And here's my mother, and she needs to write something about why she loves being a mom. And then you stick them in here, and as you can see, they're just regular cards. So I bought cards and envelopes that matched, or you could even do coordinating colors and use those and just scrapbook regular envelopes and cards, and that's what I have done here. Added some embellishments and some other things. Fold it up accordion style and then stick it in your bag. Let me show you how to make the mini album. You could probably figure it out. It's so easy. Here I've started, and all you do is hook these envelopes together. So what I'm going to do is you put adhesive on the flat part of your envelope. And you need to cover the whole flap, not just the part where it sticks, so that it won't come apart later on. So let's peel off the tape backing. Oh, I should probably tell you, the Fairyland kit is available on my website, the digital kit, under the digital products. And then I have hooked a whole bunch together, and I have just folded these all up accordion style. And this last one, I have just tucked the pocket, or the flap, inside the pocket so my card slides in and out, because I didn't know if I wanted to use that another time. Just like that, and I didn't have to cut it off. Plus it reinforces it a little bit. And then what I've done here is, this envelope is a little higher up than the other one, and so I have put a cute little picture that I have done up digitally. Okay, and you can use your paper, your traditional papers, and then here I've made a different type of card. I'll move this aside so you can see it. Where it's folded up, and then it opens, and here I can add some journaling, and there are lots and lots of different card styles out there. Just start Googling homemade cards or searching for homemade cards on YouTube, and you will come up with a whole bunch, and there's some great ideas. You just have to get creative. And what I liked about this idea is when I slide it in here, I can slide it all the way in, and I put this flower part here up on pop dots so that it will slide over the edge, whoops, of my envelope and become a decoration for the front as well as for the inside card that will display all those fun memories. And that's what I have done. Excuse me. And that is how easy this is. And when you're all done, then you can open up your box or your bag, whatever you make it into, and there goes your mini album. Keeps it all nice and safe. Now this, I've also used these digital papers to create my decoration on my box. And I have made, in this one, I don't have a lid, I just have the handles, okay? And on this one, I've made an actual bag closure. And you can get online and Google bags and get all sorts of fun ideas. Let's make the bag. What you need to make the bag, and these fit the 5.5 by 4 1/4 size cards, so the envelopes that go with them, they're a little bit bigger, and this box fits that specific size. Okay, first of all, your 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, put it on the 8.5 side at the top, and you're going to score it 1 1/4. Let's see if I'm in camera here. And then score it at 7 1/4. Then rotate the paper 90 degrees. It can be either direction, it doesn't matter. And score it at 4.5, and then again at 6.5. And that gives you a 2-inch wide space where you can put pretty much any mini album or fill the box with treats, okay? And that's all the scoring we need to do. And then, I'm going to get my other scissors out here because they're easier for me. Now we need to cut on these lines. These score lines here, we need to cut until we reach that first score line. Alright, then we're going to do that on both sides. Of our piece of cardstock. Okay. And I'm going to fold all my things over. I'm even going to take a minute to fold these up. All right. Now, this is the front part of our box, and so I put adhesive on these two edges here, and then these little flaps are going to go on the inside, so I folded them over and put some adhesive on the inside of that. Okay, and then what we do is you just take the adhesive off the side flaps and then fold up the back part of the box, which is this part here, until it matches up and is all straight. If it's easier to look at it and do it this way, we'll do it that way on this side, just so it's easier to see. So I take and you can use wet glue or whatever you want, and just line that up so it's straight. Maybe. There we go. Okay, and then that's the back half of our box hooked together. You see what we've done here. And then we can hook the front part of our box up and see how we don't have to use a whole lot of tape to get this box put together. And I like to look at it like this so I can make sure if I'm lined up straight here. Push it down and push it down. And that is the main part of our box. And you can put handles on the front part, 2 handles, 1 handle, or handles on the sides, and let me talk you through some ideas here that I've got. But that is basically the main box. Your mini album goes on the inside. With this one, my mini album could actually fall out if I dumped it. Okay, but what I've done is I have cut a slit on the bottom, about 1 inch in, and put my ribbon in, and then adhered my ribbon down, given myself a bit for a handle, brought it down the other side, and stuffed it back in that hole. And then I've repeated that process on the back. And it works when you measure your ribbons, so they're exactly the same size. And then of course I've added some brads here to help hold the ribbon in place so it won't get torn off of the bag. And this would make a really cute suitcase or a briefcase for a more masculine feel even. Kind of a fun idea. With this one, I've used my digital papers, and I made a curved edge here. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe this is a 6-inch piece, wide piece, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, probably a 6 by 6 inch piece, about that size. And then I've cut a semicircle out of the one piece. I've adhered the back section onto the back of my book, scored this at 1.5 and 3.5, and then folded it over and adhered it down. And then of course on the sides, I've already digitally done this, so there's not extra layers here. I have added a piece of ribbon by just folding it in half with a brad on both sides. So this one has 1 handle that holds from the top, and it's hooked to the sides instead of the front. And then I've added an actual bag closure that you can just get at your local scrapbook stores to this to hold it together with a magnet with a little fun sentiment. And just to show you one more idea, I made this one last night because these would be fun to just fill with a bunch of treats and give out, because you see how easy it was to make that. Here I have made kind of a ruffle pattern almost with my paper and added more of a buckle closure. I've undecided of whether or not I want to do, what kind of handle I like to do, but you could even do handles that you can buy at your local craft store too and hook them to your bag. But there's another fun idea, a ruffly look, and then give these away, or these would be fun to make for little girls projects too, because little girls like bags. At least mine little girls love bags. So thank you again for joining me. This is Sharina with SharinaShack Scraps. Be sure to visit my website at SharinaShack.com for digital ideas and traditional ideas, as well as visit my blog at SharinaShackScraps.blogspot.com to keep up on what I'm doing. Thanks for watching. Bye.